Well, enjoy him while he's here, folks, because you never know if this will be the last time we see Nate Diaz in the UFC with a fan base really as big as any fighter in the sport. Diaz is back tonight, and we're glad to see him.
Stockton, stand up. This guy has a cult following. He is one of the most interesting guys in the UFC because he has this sense that he really doesn't care to be here, but he also doesn't feel as comfortable anywhere but in the octagon. So it's a love-hate relationship with fighting for Nate Diaz. When he's happiest, when he's best, he's fighting in the UFC. A guy that boxes, unbelievable, but I think it's the attitude of Nate Diaz that has made him into one of the biggest stars that we've ever seen in the octagon.
He had a couple of life-changing paydays against Conor McGregor, the win at UFC 196, the majority decision loss at UFC 202.
Which to this day he says he won, right?
He thinks he won that fight. But one thing goes without saying, and I'll say it anyway, when Nate Diaz fights, the world is watching, and that is the case yet again here tonight. Well, with a lifetime of grappling repetitions, here he is back in the big show here tonight and would appear to have a lot of advantages when it comes to the grappling game.
Yeah, the moment he gets a hold of you, it is crazy how strong this man is. When he was in the fighter meetings with John, we looked at his hands, and they're all beat up from a lifetime of just grabbing on that gi, slamming guys to the ground, wrestling, pulling. It's unreal to watch him manipulate and maneuver guys to get them to the floor. He is a master in this style of fighting, and he's used it to start off great in the UFC.
He's almost like a professional climber, too, when it comes to the grip strength and the exercises he does to maintain that grip strength. Glad I'm not fighting tonight. And now our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Nurmagomedov is 31, Diaz is 35. He will have a 6-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, a referee in charge of the octagon, Yves Laving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Stockton, California, presenting the challenger, Nate Diaz! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a grappler, holding a professional record of 29 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of the Republic of Dagestan, Russia, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Ready?
Here we go, round one of what is one of the bigger fights we can make in any division. It'll be contested at lightweight, of course, Nate Diaz versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. What have you said to Khabib in advance of this one in terms of how he approaches the length and the striking game of Nate Diaz?
Just to be patient, stay close, don't buy into the game that Nate Diaz is going to play with him. He has to stay the course, get on the takedowns, wrestle, and wear on Diaz if he's going to get his hand raised.
Well, you gotta stay busy on the bottom. He's doing it here. Nice punch. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Diaz. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Just over 3 minutes to go now. Working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Get on that side. Get on the side. Don't allow him to keep you flat. You got to move. Don't be flat.
Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. Attacking armbar.
He might get a finish here.
Now he falls back into the finishing position.
And there it is. Take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
Well, it's one thing to earn a UFC title. It's another thing to get it done emphatically the way he did tonight. The undisputed UFC welterweight champion, your winner by way of submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 33 seconds in the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to an armbar,